Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again. Succession. Hi, so I just got done watching the first 2 seasons of Succession, and I would like to talk about them. So I'm going to go ahead and assume that you've watched the show. So this video is going to have spoilers in it. If you haven't watched the show, go ahead and watch it because it's fantastic. So the first thing I noticed about this show was the writing. The writing is S tier, and it kind of has to be for the show to work. Spending some time with this family, you quickly realize that every conversation that they're having is some kind of deal. I mean, this family doesn't know how to communicate without it being transactional in some way. And we get to see just how cringy that can be within the marriage of Shiv and Tom. They're married, and yet because they still both work within the same company, they have to also compete against each other in this game. Now, I was a car salesman for 4 years, and I recognized this game when I saw it. If you don't know the rules of the game, it's kind of simple. Basically, I want something from you, and you want something from me, but we can't let each other know what it is that we want, even though we both know what it is that the other person wants. And so the best way to win the game is to get what you want, by making the other person believe that you want something else. Then when they are fixated on defending that front, you can take what you really want from over here. Now, the game is played by overlapping conversations on top of each other, the surface level conversation being what you believe should be said and what needs to be said, and then the underlying conversation being what you want to say but you can't actually say. Now, because everyone that operates within this corporate elite world is playing this game, everyone knows that what the other person is saying is BS and just surface level conversation. So it makes for these really tense, awkward scenes because from the outside, we're just the observer. That's why Greg is so funny, is because in season 1, he doesn't know how to play the game, and all of a sudden he's just thrust into the pros. Now imagine you've never even heard of NFL football, and then come tomorrow, you're going to be the starting wide receiver for the Eagles. It creates this hilarious situation. And in season 2, we see Greg slowly start to learn the rules of the game, and Tom is proud of him for it.
I don't want to bring anything up to you in a way that feels like horrible, but would it be bad for me to, mention those to you now?
Are you asking if you can blackmail me?
No, I'm not.
You fucking... Look at you. Where are they, those papers?
I'll never tell.
You're a fucking slime ball.
No.
We also see that the reason that Logan is in the position that he is in is because he's a master of the game. It's like if Tom Brady could still play QB after 75 years. Now, I think one of the reasons that this show stands out is because I have never watched another show that has made me that uncomfortable on my couch. I'm not even in the room during some of these scenes, and yet I want to bury my head under the covers because it is so embarrassing when it happens to some of these rich folk. This show is really funny, and while hilarious, it's also horrible at the same time. The perfect example of this is when Roman offers the kid $1 million to hit a home run, and he doesn't quite make it, so he rips it up and gives him $250,000. It's so terrible. Or the on the boar, or boar on the floor scene from season 2.
Yeah, I've had some doubts too.
Oh, fucking doubter, over there.
But the rules are that you're spared if you tell the truth. Oh. And I just told you the truth.
Oh, there are rules?
And then Kendall was like, well, Roman did go behind your back, so, boar on the floor? Man. Now, I want to get into the differences between season 1 and season 2. I feel like my enjoyment of season 1, while high, was pretty level during the course of its 10 episodes, while season 2 had higher peaks and lower valleys. Season 2 started off very strong, and the ending was one of the best written and well-earned endings to a season I've ever seen. That said, I feel like the middle of season 2 dragged at times, also it just feels less funny overall. But all the scenes with Kendall and Logan working together were my favorite of the whole show. We get to see their minds work in unison to overcome the problems they face, and we see Kendall looks like a younger reflection of Logan during some of these moments. Now, in season 2, Roman's character, I didn't really feel like the writers knew what to do with him. Kendall gets this amazing character arc from drug-induced, accidentally waitstaff murderer to a king killer. Shiv gets a decent arc with her being told she's going to be the next person to run the company and has to decide whether she wants to stay in politics or go all in her father's company. But Roman, he gets this weird masturbate while Jerry talks to me story arc, and All those sexual scenes with Roman just felt super cringy and like not in a good way.
You disgusting little pig.
Now, obviously, this show could really only happen on HBO because the budget of this show has to be absolutely outrageous. I mean, how much is it for them to rent a helicopter, for them to get a bunch of takes of them getting in and out? Not to mention the mega yacht in the season 2 finale. But at times, especially during season 2, it kind of felt like they were leaning a bit hard on the wow factor of the extravagance to make up for some of the padding during the middle episodes. Like, yeah, the conversations they're having aren't particularly interesting, but look at the view, yeesh! So a little bit about me, I've never even been to New York, let alone experienced how the corporate elite operate within Manhattan. But it's always been really interesting to me to see how the 1% lives and how these metrosexual individuals just go about their day-to-day lives. But really the biggest takeaway for me was they really live the same way we do. They just are more comfortable as they do it. And really a vast majority of their lives is spent either in the back of a luxury SUV or in a fancy hotel room or of a private jet. And while money is cool, I don't think I would enjoy spending so much of my time waiting to get somewhere. Also, one last thing, how do all of these people drink so much and yet still have so much energy? Like, their days already look so exhausting, running around the city all day, talking to different people, doing different things, and then it'll be like 10 in the morning, they're just all sipping scotch and like drinking rosé, and it's just like, every scene they're drinking, and I'm like, if I have one beer or two, I'm done for the day. Put me on the couch, in my bed, good night, see you tomorrow. Yet these people somehow manage, maybe I just don't get it. Maybe if I drank as much as they did, I would just kind of get used to it. I don't know. So those are my thoughts. This is definitely an A-tier show. Really the only thing that keeps it from going like S-tier is the padding in season 2. It kind of feels like some of those middle episodes didn't really need to be there because they didn't really like progress the plot in any way. It was just kind of just like, you know, I don't want to say filler episodes, but that's it, y'all. You might see some small changes to my little studio here. I'm just trying to make small tweaks and adjustments with every video. So today I tried the pop filter. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you've watched Succession, let me know down in the comments what you thought of it. And yeah, see you next time. Bye!